me start off just by having you introduce yourself and introduce Medal of Honor for someone that's never played a Medal of Honor game before.
What? Are those people even exist?
There are a few of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. So yeah, Medal of Honor Warfighter, coming October 23rd in North America, October 25th in Europe. It's a follow-on to Medal of Honor 2010. We're still focusing on the soldier's story from the soldier's point of view, with all the core tenets that we've always had with Medal of Honor, respect, brotherhood, and like I said, just paying tribute to a community of individuals that we want to tell their stories. And this game particularly is unique because the story was actually written by two of the guys while they were deployed overseas. And it's a wonderful story about service and brotherhood and sacrifice, and not only the sacrifices that the guys are making overseas, but the families are making at home. And as you know, we've been in the longest engagement in the history of our nation, and that's taken a toll. That's taken a toll on individuals and families, and like I said, just paying tribute to that.
You said about it carrying on from Medal of Honor, so
right.
Are we following the same team? You've also expanded out to more Special Forces units, so are we covering them in the campaign, or is that just a multi?
Yeah, so in the campaign and the single player, we're focusing on Task Force Mako. And Mako is made up of veteran operators from AFO Neptune in the last game. And following Preacher and Mother and Voodoo and the guys. And as you said, in multiplayer, we're taking a more global look at things. From a international perspective and global tier 1, and allowing gamers to feel some of that national pride, while playing a first-person shooter. Medal of Honor has historically always been about the American soldier, and this is the first time that we're allowing, other gamers to feel that pride. Because when you talk about honor, brotherhood, respect, those aren't American-owned traits; those are warrior traits. And so, like I said, we just want to expand it and show that. And even in single player, where historically Medal of Honor has always been set in one location with one historical event, whether it be Omaha Beach or Market Garden or Pearl Harbor. Even in Medal of Honor 2010 was loosely based on Operation Anaconda. And that fight took place in a very small area of the Shaikat Valley in Afghanistan. So this Medal of Honor Warfighter, we're going global in the sense that we're going to hot spots around the world. We've talked about the Philippines, we've talked about Somalia, and of course some of the others, you see Bosnia in the multiplayer maps today. So really just again, opening it up and giving a more global, international look to the franchise.
So talking about the expansion in terms of the different operatives that you can be now, how far have you expanded? How many different operatives are there? And how have you chosen them?
So yeah, there's 12 different tier 1 units from 10 different nations across 6 different classes. So that's 72 operators to unlock in multiplayer. Some of the international units also make it into the single player and certain areas. If you were paying attention to the last trailer, you saw the Polish Grom working alongside Task Force Mako in single player. But in multiplayer, it's those 72 operators, and those were chosen by the guys. We sat down with the consultants, the guys that we work with from the community, and we just asked them, who do you respect? Who have you worked with overseas? Who have you spilled blood with on the battlefield? Who are your brothers in arms? And we found that the Special Operations community it's a large community, but it's very small in the sense that there's mutual respect and there is that brotherhood that spans borders. And we asked them, and they immediately came up with 3 or 4 answers, and then they came up with a few more, and everyone had their different ideas, and that's how we came up with the list of 12.
So how do you maintain a relationship with the tier 1 operatives? Because you must be from very different worlds. I mean, like, you're a game developer,
yeah,
and these are soldiers. How does that relationship work?
It's been great. The operators, they're gamers too, and with Medal of Honor, we've always tried to break down those stereotypes. And you know, when we all started, we all have that sort of stereotypical view of what a special operations operator is like. You know, that barrel-chested knuckle dragger who kicks in doors and shoots bad guys in the face, right? And that's a part of their job, and clearly they're genetically different. But we want to break down those stereotypes, and they're highly intelligent, extremely humble, family guys that have lives and people that count on them just like you and I do. And so we try to touch on that in single player and show that it's a job. It's just a job that they do. It's a very unique and extraordinary job, but at the end of the day, it's a job. And so the characters that we're focusing on, and the guys that we've spent time with, they're very real individuals, and hopefully it'll come across in the game.
So we've got time for one more question, and this one came from the community through Twitter. It's about the use of Frostbite 2, and as Medal of Honor Warfighter is a military shooter, how do you differentiate from other games using the Frostbite 2 engine like Battlefield?
Right. So as we've said, Medal of Honor and Battlefield, we're colleagues. We're in the same company, and we work together on a lot of common aspects of this genre. And for us, again, it's about the personal story. Battlefield, in the things that they're doing, it's about the big war, it's about the sledgehammer, everything that comes with the ground pounders, and the mechanics of war. The tanks and the jets and the huge open spaces. It's like I said, it's the sledgehammer. We focus on the scalpel, the very precise surgical instrument of warfare, and that's the special operations community, the Tier 1 operator. And so when you're talking about technology, we try to focus in on the very personal, micro destruction, for example, and some of the stuff we've shown already, and the sense of what it feels like to be in a close quarters space with shells being expended and the cordite burning and the wood chips coming off the wall. And again, just trying to make it feel more personal.
Excellent. So when will Medal of Honor be available for people to get, and what formats will it be on?
So Medal of Honor, October 25th in Europe, and October 23rd in North America on PC, PS3, and Xbox.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Cheers.